Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. We are exploring today a sabad from Chaitsri Mahalla Panjwa, Var Saloka Lal. It's the fifth pauri, and the sabad offers us a profound sense of relief from the heavy baggage of our past. So let's begin with the first salok. कोट दान इसनानं अनिक शोधन पवित्रत है उचरंत नानक हर हर रसना सर्व पाप विमुच्यते. कोट दान इसनानं. Kote dan, millions of acts of charity. Isnanan, ritual ablutions at sacred shrines. Anik sodhana pavitrata hai, and countless other rituals of purification. This reflects the pauri from Japji, Soche Sochana Hove. We do all of this, or this happens. Acts of charity, bathing at sacred shrines, rituals of purification, uttering Ucharanta Nanak Har Har Rasana Sarva Papa Vimuchte, and even that. But the Guru says, if done with the right spirit, then Ucharanta Nanak Har Har Rasana Sarva Papa Vimuchte, meaning we as humans, it is our instinct when we feel psychologically or spiritually soiled, is to do something about it, to find an external fix. Charity, going to a pilgrimage, performing a ritual. These are self-help regimens, if you will, that trap us, trying to buy our way into a clear conscience. The Guru is saying that these anikasodhan are ultimately inefficient. We know that from Japji as well. Vimuchite, liberation from our psychological burdens, which are called pap, not in the literal sense of sin, but going awry, going astray, happens. True liberation happens when we consciously resonate with the divine rhythm. Rasana sarva Nanak har har rasana sarva bhava vimuchate. Now, rasana is the tongue, but it also identifies the mind because it is the external expression of the mind. So the mind has to align with Har. That is the real way to cleanse ourselves. The second slok. Idhan ki tom ghana pori dittam pahe. Idhan ki tom ghana pori dittam pahe. Man vasandado sach saho nanak habbe dakhade ulai. Idhan ki tom ghana, firewood. I collected firewood, massive amounts of it, ghana, to light, but it took only a tiny spark. Pori itam apahe. How does that happen? Man vasandado sach saho. When the true master comes to dwell in the mind, all sorrows are consumed. So the metaphor of a pile of firewood, indhan, is a metaphor really for our accumulated conditional habits. It's the burden that we carry, our lifelong anxieties, idhan, itom gana. That's the metaphor that is being used. And we look at that mountain of despair, thinking it will take us God knows how and how long. But the Guru says all you need is a tiny spark. Bhori dittam apao. When the true master settles into your conscious mind, it acts as that spark. It incinerates the entire mountain in an instant. And the Pauri next speaks to the power of this inner spark. कोट अघा सब्बे नास होए सिमरत हर नाओ मन चिंदे फल पाई है हर के गुण गाओ. कोट अघा सब नास होए. Transgressions, this going awry, are utterly destroyed. How? Simrat har now. Again, awareness, remembrance, being grounded. Man chinde phal paiye har ke gun gao. The mind will find ultimate fulfillment by singing divine virtues. Why singing? Because singing requires the entire apparatus of the mind-body to be involved in order to sing. Your ears, your voice, your throat, your mind have to all be one-pointed, hence singing. So, Kot Agha, uncountable, millions of missteps can be corrected when we align ourselves with Naam, the wisdom. And Janam Maran Pay Katiye Nechal Sach Thao Purab Hove Likhya Har Charna Samao Kar Kirpa Prabh Rakh Leo Nanak Bal Jao. Janam Maran Pay Katiya. What happens then? The fear and anxiety of birth and death dissolves, because you're now grounded in reality. Purab hove likhya har charan samao. So what is inscribed within, normally this is translated as if it is inscribed in your destiny, they merge into that grounding wisdom. Purab hove likhya har charan samao. I would offer to you that what is being said here is that what was inscribed at the very beginning. Purab is at the original time. When this whole process began, there was a covenant. It was inscribed that ultimately the being will merge with its own ground, because this is kind of a game that is being played, you see. So you're already destined. It is really up to you how fast or how slow you want that to happen, in a manner of speaking. Kar kirpa prabh rakh leo nanak bal jao. So you are looking for grace. So there is a confluence of grace and effort that takes place, and one gets grounded. Thank you again for joining me today. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.